is carpet.
For my daughter, like, you know.
Bed bugs travel.
What the carpet in
I
your bed?
I was thinking my dad comes to my
Actually,
parents' house.
3 houses in Morristown just got
My dad was
houses
like, you know, at the
with
grocery store and all,
bathrooms
he
with a
comes in.
carpet.
And
What?
The only thing that's like a metal floor.
I'm like thinking, well, I'm in your house, and
It's
you're
around
my
the
house is
That's
disinfected,
it.
but he's
The whole
walking
rest
around
of
with
that.
doorknobs and sinks. I'm like, oh my
So,
god.
like,
And he cleans people's homes for a living.
Let's say
He's like,
this is the
Right.
bathroom,
his
right?
dad, like,
Wash your hands. Well,
The
my
sink
mom was
is on
my
carpet.
mom, did you wash
The
your hands?
shower
I don't know how to
is
do
on
That's
a
your
wooden
age
floor,
group.
but everything around
Right.
is carpet.
It's-
The toilet,
right?
literally,
It's like, you know, the
this
most
is all
progressive-
Luckily, my
wood.
parents were
Everything behind it and around it
Good.
is all.
Well, I know my daughter, I don't know how I say this, but like, when she goes
Well,
to
there's
carpet,
not be a guy who lives in that house.
Yeah.
which
And
is
it's carpet, it's ugly.
must.
Because I went in to go look at it the other day because it was in their house. Dude, it was ugly. I don't know how you would
I'm
fix
surprised that
that.
you said you thought you were.
Because where the nuts and bolts are, it's gonna have toilets on the floor.
I mean,
It's stuck on the carpet.
but at the same time, I said, listen, I said, you just have to be,
So you'd have to literally
we don't,
get like a
Guys, you
drill,
should be working still,
slide it
Shane.
open, and then crank it off.
Olivia, you working? Did you finish? Yeah.
But then you would have.
Alright, who's still working? Who's still working,
And then
guys?
the carpet, you would have.
It's like
to
Okay.
lift
Chris,
and
Chris
move.
is done. Ben, are you done?
No.
Okay.
I didn't know he wasn't done.
Okay, I know it's not your fault.
I was telling him about these houses in Morristown. Have you ever seen a house with carpet, like the room being full of carpet and a bathroom? Like not the laid out carpet, like physical, like stapled in carpet.
What? That's weird.
Yeah,
That is.
it's ugly. I just went in and saw one of them for like an inspection for my job that I do, and I was telling my boss, I'm like, dude, if we ever gonna work in that house, the bolts for the toilet are connected to the
carpet.
to the carpet. I was like, so we would have to drill up off the carpet, try not to mess it up, and then have to re-go through the carpet to hook it back in. I said, dude,
When
you'll
you say
be there
carpet,
for
do you
like
mean the
20
walls
minutes
have
just getting.
carpeting?
No. The walls are normal, but
Right.
the floor itself is all carpet.
And it's
Every
under the
single
basement.
floor in the kitchen's carpet.
Oh no, the kitchen's the only thing that's wood.
But
Everything else is
everything
carpet.
carpet.
And it's like a khaki color carpet. So it looks like it's like floor, but then when you step on it, it's carpet. It's weird. It's like a very thin carpet. It's only like that thick. And it's weird. I don't like it at all.
Wow.
It looks ugly. It makes the room look really dark. Like, I went in there and I told my boss, I'm like, dude, I hope you know, if we ever get called out to any 4 of those addresses, I don't want it. He said, why? And I said, because I'm going to be ripping their damn carpet out.
Yeah, well.
Alright guys, let's see if we can get this done. We have about 10 minutes.
I'm on my third one.
By 10:40, okay, we gotta go.
I'm trying my best.
10:45. 10
You're only
minutes.
on the third one?
I'm trying my best.
Look, you've been on the third one for the past 20 minutes.
Well, he's gotta look at it.
No, you have more writing than the third. You're
got a lot
good.
of writing.
Yes, you got a lot of writing.
You're gonna have to write
He's writing
everything down.
the entire definition, so like summarizing it up. Yeah, I summed a lot.
I think
of
it's
mine
easier
up.
to Google it first. I mean,
That's what I'm doing right now.
yeah, Google and
Google
Which one are you
Press
on?
58.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, it's
Alright,
hers.
so Shane, what number are you on?
Shane, you're on which number? 8? Okay.
8. Okay, he's on number
4,
7.
about to be 5.
Me,
You're
I'm in
on-
third.
No, you're on
3.
7.
No, 3.
There's tissues. There's
Looks like you're on 7.
Yeah, 3.
Yeah.
Here
So
and
you're
there.
no, you're good. You're on number 7.
Okay, fine. You can do it while we're watching the movie.
Actually on 4th. I'm the 4th one. So.
Can I punch Ben?
No.
If you punch me, you're dying. Bet.
You're getting the corona.
I won the
It's gonna be a joke now.
Yeah, well, you know what, and whenever someone say what,
Been a joke. Yeah, it's been a joke about the coronavirus for the past like
Someone
month.
took my tissue. I had a box of tissue. To get a
Do
tissue.
you need tissues, Ms. Wells?
Yeah, but I know.
Because I was about to say, I'm going to Walmart today anyway.
Can you give me box tissues? Yes, box tissues.
Two.
Box tissues. Thank you.
Chris.
That'd
Which
be
ones
good.
do you want? The thick ones?
I don't
the
care.
thin
Whatever's
ones?
cheapest ones.
Buy the cheapest one? Alright, I'll buy the
Because there's other classes in there. You know what I need to do?
Tissue.
You know what I need to do when you guys need is move the tissues because there's 2 other classes in there that probably use my tissues. Which is either they took them with them or they used them. I don't know.
you know what?
Do you know what the redneck tissue is?
I think I'm gonna hide them.
Here,
Hold one nostril,
I'm gonna hide them.
hold the other nostril.
That would touch my stuff.
That's what I
Then why
do.
did you do
That's what I
that?
do when I'm writing.
I've cleaned this
So
up.
someone runs
There
over.
was
That would be disgusting.
something
Oh,
wrong with
it's
it.
disgusting.
I
Ben, I
know
do
who
it when
was.
someone's behind me so they run over.
Ew. Work this in the face.
And that's how I come in and I lay it down immediately.
Do it right on the hood of their car. I do it when I'm cutting grass.
Like,
Yeah, and then And you grab it and you
Not spraying.
lick it. It sounds a
They
hell of a
don't
lot
really
more
supposed to
disgusting.
whip.
No,
Why you after a while?
It sounds a lot more disgusting than what it
Right.
actually is.
Guarantee you everyone's done it.
I've done it
I
at
brought a
least
new
6
box of
times.
floor clips here. Because I ran out last week, I brought a new box of them.
Do you guys happen to know when our next half day or day off is?
Next week.
I think
It's a
that's-
half day.
The 18th.
18th is a half day.
Yay.
It's
So
Judy
you
Pass
have-
Day too, so you can.
We have this week, next week we have a half day, the following week there's nothing, and the following week. So basically we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks. 4 weeks and 3.5 days in a break.
So that's not bad.
4 weeks?
I'm doing absolutely.
And that's
nothing.
including this week. So after this week will be 3 weeks, 3.5
That's not
weeks.
bad at all.
Mm-mm.
I think it's a bad idea. My mom's giving me $1,100 to go down to Wildwood for spring break.
Yeah, I wouldn't do
I
that.
don't think that's a good idea.
Probably not.
I told her, I said,
Probably
I
not.
hope you
No.
know, I said, I'm gonna be doing a lot of illegal things while I'm down in Wildwood. She said, what are you talking about?
Wait,
I
are you
said,
18?
Drunk.
You wanna make sure
Yeah.
that you're 18 now, you can.
You do
charge this.
realize, all my friends work in Wildwood.
But when you're 18,
So they're
when you're
gonna give it
18,
to
you can get charged as an adult.
Right,
So just stay out of trouble.
right.
No promises. You might not see me for 2 weeks
He's
after
gonna be in
spring
jail.
break.
He's
I'll
gonna get in
there.
jail.
Cool, Chris,
You're
we
gonna
hope
be
not.
arrested. He's
That's
gonna
gonna
be
be a bad
arrested.
spring break.
Nah, man,
Us-
that's where the fun's at. Cause you
Oh,
gotta wait
that's-
until like the elderly go running on the
No.
beach. You gotta go over the railing when they start running at you. All over them, bro. That's where the fun's at.
Here, as soon as
No.
you
No.
leave the highway,
You know what?
Dude, I got ran over by one of those tram cars in Wildwood.
Hey Chris,
last
can you
year.
take the volume down like a little bit? Just thanks, cause I'm trying to talk. I can't even hear what he's saying.
You know
You're
how
so loud.
slow the tram cars go? And you got ran over. And do you know how fat you are? It would hit you go, "Arr!" It got stuck.
I have no idea. Because right now, I don't think any of the gamers, somebody said that there was.
What the best part was?
There is, I think there's only 6 cases.
They
of
left them
Ebola.
right.
Top
It goes, error, 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 error.
Camden County, which is touching us. I'm
Right.
sure.
FedEx, in front of the tram car.
I think that if, no.
They hit us, you know.
If it was, so I have stuff.
This one's about 36 pounds bigger. It's not as long.
Right.
But it was funny. I was just even more last year. I got hit by it. You know, I just there because my mom was like, "I'm going down the tram car because we were there for fireman's convention." She's like, "What tram car?" I looked over, boom! Huh? Well, it hit my head. Well, first of all, it hit me here. Then I slipped this way. So then it ran over my hair.
He's fine.
And then the other tire went over my head.
They've been closed since February. And he
The
has
best
to
part was
because we can't
when
leave
the
it
cop
anymore.
showed up
We
on
have
the
all the
golf
wild
cart.
places are closed.
And they put me in like,
I don't know, it's just different.
Right.
That's school used to be where we are now.
a furry handcuffs and that. That's what they had me in.
He's fine,
This
he's
thing about all my junk files that are
Currently,
nice.
so.
I'm gonna put furry handcuffs, gonna put on the back of the golf cart. And here I go, comes in and I'm like, my buddies. My mom follows the golf cart all the way down. I got put in a jail cell that was like this big, about this long. What a bitch.
So how can you?
I went in there and I was like, man, this bed is more comfortable than my bed. It's actually pretty nice. My mama showed up. How much did you get him taken out? They were like, $36. My mom was like, oh, we gotta give him 36. I was like,
You we do 9 now?
8, just up to 8.
Up to 8. Fun.
Said that like 5 times.
Oh, I was doing up to 20. I was in
You do
19.
whatever you want, I don't even require nothing. If you wanna keep going, that's up to you.
Wait, I was on 19.
There isn't a 19 more, so.
I don't know. Last time I went to a
Well,
19.
it looks like you keep on going.
Should I just stop now?
Yes.
Okay. he under he
Once it gets going, it don't stop.
They might have.
We're sitting in the chair, we're sitting here like this, we're like, oh, yes, I'm gonna throw up.
So like, what are they gonna say, like, right, you know, people that have to work, will go look at them as, what happens if you're actually sick? Or work exposed and you have to have 2 weeks. And what are you gonna do? Like, something that's gonna be excuse, kind of thing, so
We
you
woke up
make
and
sure.
explained to them, like, do you have any idea what happened? I said, I don't know, I'm getting hurt. They're like, oh, we're just gonna leave you drunk.
And then they're saying, like, for sure, they said that they can't excuse everybody. Somebody needs to stop the groceries, somebody needs to get the coffee. Just sorry then, okay. You can if you use it.
I got one right.
I know you did well.
I got only one right.
On your question?
On the
your
test. Yeah.
I bet not. I was like,
One
my
test.
particular, let me hear, let me say, what do you have?
One test. Is that true or that I only got one question right? I mean they were opposite. What's the opposite? I only got one wrong. See?
Very good. That is excellent. See, because,
I never studied anyway, so.
what you, well, I know you did. You reviewed.
I didn't study that much.
See the teachings. You put a lot of information in this.
See, you didn't have to study for this test.
Well, no one is always good. You have to study and review, right? That's important.
I mean, this test was easy, that's why. I didn't study.
Well, you know what? Mrs. Wells prepared you all well. Yeah, you guys are.
Alright, guys ready? You need to have on your desk, what I think you should have is the video guide that says World Wars and it has questions on it. Right, documentary. This paragraph that has access and acts and LA. So phones should go away, guys. It's really on.
We don't need computers anymore.
No need computers, so you can put the computers back. The only thing you should have on your desk is something to write with and World Wars.
Thank you so much.
Right documentary. I just ask again that you stay off your phone and stay awake during the movie. Otherwise, too many phones out, too many sleepers, we're just gonna stop. Alright? Are we good? Does everyone have their,
We found it, I'm sure.
just like my paper, that you took like half of it, not giving you my paper. 'Cause
Why not?
It's in there.
Which one is it? Can I see the front?
I think this is.
It's right there.
Yep.
Oh, that's it?
Yes.
Because I knew you had it out. I remember seeing it.
Alright, think we're good? Okay, got it. Alright. So everything should be away, no phones. Alright. I just gotta turn on, let me get the speakers turned back on. Alright. It's picking up right where we left off on Friday. Oh, good. Yep. Why is it not working?
The speaker's
Alright.
connected, right, Mrs. Wells?
Yeah, they're connected. Let's try this.
Does the sound on the actual video on?
What?
Is the sound, like, does the video have sound?
Yeah.
The computer,
Let's see. Something.
I think you should pause it.
Mute it. I will.
Alright, just go to, I think it's the, it's not the computer, I think it's the,
don't figure it out. Stop.
It was working on Friday.
On Friday, I know Friday. Oh no, it's not on you.
Something must be on phone. Nope, it's gonna change things.
Connection, right?
Kids are in here too. Get them on phone. Let's see.
Oh, no, you got your light, your
Yeah, it's
speakers,
on.
it's on.
Huh. Let's try it.
I'm sorry.
See something?
Can I take a look at it? Yeah, no.
You know what to do? Right here.
Oh, that's really strange.
I don't know. It's weird.
That is. That is one.
Like, go ahead and figure it out. I don't know.
When's your plumbing skills?
Volume's up.
It's plugged in. We have our green light on our speaker. Volume is up.
Let's go to the desk.
Let me tell like. Technical difficulties.
That's right.
Always.
Don't tell Tecker to do this.
Maybe we'll consider you tech, Ben. How does that sound?
Hey, if you make it work, then
Yeah,
it's cool.
listen, that's right.
Maybe it's this.
Ben's been a plumbing a tech.
Why?
No.
The speaker's not working.
Oh, sure. Then what I tell you about breaking stuff, I didn't bring anything. Oh, sure.
Oh, we don't need a bunch of people.
Oh, was it on mute, Ben?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Gosh, it was me.
Yeah.
Wait,
Well,
what was it?
It was on mute.
There you go.
Where though?
You left it on
Oh, I
me.
didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, it's different.
You can put that, yeah.
Thank you.
Well, it was an easy fix, right?
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
It's well, I'll
Ben.
adjust the volume and then I'll turn off the light so it's not go around.
I had to figure out where it went.
Run to the dock. So that's all you had at 10, 9?
Nope.
Oh, that's how do you know? Because I just know this. Do you just know, Ben? No, all I do is shake it. I ain't heard it out.
I don't think well, that's probably a good idea.
It's not. Really.
So somebody.
I didn't think
But this thing wasn't.
because that's usually the one that.
He's got the coronavirus.
God bless you.
You got done. Stop sneezing.
I think we're where we at?
Oh my God bless you.
Get the corona. Here we go. Jesus, my God, why?
I have a sound pack, but no. God bless you.
Oh, you're away.
Mr. Harris. I think we're at 15. Yeah, go back 15. I think. Yeah, that's when we started, right?
I would have thought maybe once you put it back, no, Ben, so it's way out and put it back in again.
Bless you, Ben.
That's what I would. God bless you, Ben.
Jeez.
God bless you.
Ben's having a mental breakdown over here.
I would have thought they did
You good now?
No.
Yes.
And another one comes.
Give me a second, guys. Now it's having technical.
God bless you, Ben.
Oh, someone got the disease.
Yeah, that sounds like that. You got allergies, Ben?
I don't know what's wrong with me. Ben's got the corona.
It's worse. It's a disease that just got invented today. It was made by me,
Sound is up. Sound is up.
so I think that's a good thing. I think we're at episode 1. Yeah.
I know where we are.
Are you know? Wait, you had a screenshot of the phone, or?
God bless you, Ben.
Shut up.
I don't care. There we go.
I don't care either. I just want I'm not trying to sneeze. It's annoying.
There's turf that you want. There's a secret factory.
Here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes.
Here we are.
Okay, everyone, I'll turn off lights.
Good, finally. Took forever.
The house of water.
Watch it.
And then we're asking questions.
Germans entered the Rhineland in March
Alright.
1936. This was Hitler's first real overt, in-your-face violation of the Versailles Treaty. Still no signs of resistance. Each step of the way, Hitler's generals were terrified that somebody would retort
Yeah.
with force. All clear.
Without a single shot fired, Hitler's military claims its first victory as Germany once again takes control of the Rhineland.
If there'd been any kind of significant resistance put up, if the British and the French had stood up to his invasion of the Rhineland, that might have changed things.
This is a really important moment
The
for
bottom
him
as well, the glass.
because he realizes after his invasion of the Rhineland that the British and the French will complain, they'll send diplomatic notes, but they'll do absolutely nothing when confronted with military force. He suddenly feels invincible.
Meanwhile, on the other side of the world, another emerging power is looking to expand its influence. Japanese leaders have been watching Hitler and Mussolini closely, and they want that same power for their own country.
The Japanese, ever since the beginning of the century, had been trying to figure out how they could become a great power. And the Japanese started thinking in terms of an empire.
Japan fought for the Allies in the First World War, but was shunned during the Versailles negotiations. Just like Italy and Germany, the Japanese government has spent the years since the war pouring hundreds of millions of dollars into building a powerful, modern army. In 1937, the Emperor of Japan approves an invasion of northeastern China. A dedicated soldier is chosen to lead the troops. His name is Hideki Tojo. Tojo is fiercely loyal to the Emperor and willing to sacrifice anything to bring glory to Japan. After overseeing a series of successful battles, Tojo is named Japan's Minister of War and is now responsible for the state of the Japanese military. But Tojo knows that Japan will need allies if it's going to become an international power. And he urges his country's leaders to join forces with Italy and Germany.
Tojo recognized the need for Japan to build alliances. To achieve its goal of being a major power in the Pacific, it was going to need allies, and Hitler and Mussolini seemed like natural allies for him.
Japanese leaders sign a pact with Hitler, solidifying the Axis powers. Three countries, shunned in the wake of the First War, have now formed an alliance to take over the world. In Germany, Adolf Hitler has formed an alliance with Italy and Japan. And in less than 5 years, he's built the most powerful military the world has ever seen. stage is finally set for Hitler to achieve his ultimate dream.
They don't have cameras yet, so obviously there's no way anybody else on the other side of the
After a successful invasion of Rhineland with no opposition from the Allies, Hitler plans to continue reclaiming territory he believes was unjustly taken from Germany when the Allies carved up Europe. In the spring of 1938, Hitler annexes his home country of Austria before turning his attention to a region of Czechoslovakia, home to more than 3 million Germans, and a rich supply of coal, iron, and power plants. The Sudetenland.
Hitler said, give us the land where Germans live in Czechoslovakia. That's all we want. We want our German folk in the Reich. So Hitler was taking these steps, these military steps and threats and bluster, and building up his forces in violation of every agreement. He was testing the Western powers.
For the first time in 20 years, the threat of a major conflict in Europe is possible. As the European leaders begin to take notice of Hitler's bold actions, British Prime Minister Neville Chamberlain has to make sure Great Britain doesn't get involved in another war.
Britain was tired of war after the First World War, and there was a very strong feeling that never again could Europe find itself in the pit of disaster after losing millions of people in the First World War.
Chamberlain believes that to stop Hitler in his tracks and save Europe from another war, he'll have to exercise diplomacy. As the world watches, Chamberlain travels to Germany to broker the peace. This is the first and only time Hitler will grant a meeting with an Allied leader.
Did you fight in the Great War, Mr. Prime Minister?
I did not. I was in government.
It was an honor to fight for my country.
It was an honor to serve mine.
I doubt either of us want such honors for our countries again. Of the many wrongs of that war, this one we can right. Let us have the territory back.
I can only agree to the areas that are more than 50% German. Nothing more.
Desperate to avoid war at all costs, Chamberlain grants Hitler the territory he wants in exchange for Hitler's word that he'll go no further.
The idea of appeasement is somebody has an appetite and
That was
you
one of your
appease that
words,
person's
right?
hunger and they're somehow satisfied. The problem with the appeasement policy is that Hitler could not be appeased because he wanted world domination. And so by definition,
you couldn't give him everything he wanted.
Because the more you gave him, the more he would want.
Since the buildup of the German army, the occupation of the Rhineland, and now the takeover of the Sudetenland, Winston Churchill has watched Hitler gain momentum and is convinced the Fuhrer has no plans to keep the peace.
Churchill, from the beginning of the Nazis' rise to power, saw them as a destructive and dangerous force right across not just Germany but the whole of Europe.
Churchill, throughout it all, seemed to have this kind of intuitive sense about what needed to be done and who was really our enemy. He knew Hitler, for who Hitler really was.
Churchill urges Prime Minister Neville Chamberlain to put an end to Hitler's crusade and to hold him accountable for violating the treaty. But his pleas are disregarded.
Nobody listened. Because, for one reason, he was Winston Churchill. And the last time people listened, you had Gallipoli. People accused Churchill of being a warmonger. They didn't want to...
I'll put lights back on, everyone. Just watch your eyes.
30 million people died today. Something like that? No?
Imagine having a teacher for your shop.
Yes, we have not had a teacher since September.
We're not had a teacher all year.
And my teachers, the people they replaced, the old people are leaving now. So yeah.
You're back to new teachers.
See you later. Yeah, see you. Oh, bro. Hello, Ashley. Hello. Vamos, faça.